All right, what's going on? Can you guys hear me now? I bet you can hear me now. Hello, what's up? Hey, what's up, Joe and Joe? All right, what's going on? Can you guys hear me? Wow, there you go. Yeah, you can. Yeah, the audio is working now. Hey, what's up, Joe and Joe? All right. Wow, there you go. Yeah, you. Yeah, the is working. Whoa. Hey, what's up, Joe and Joe? All right. So that's good. I'm glad I can hear everything now. There you go. There you go. There you go. I'll have to edit this out. So, all right. So this is the pretty much the second, uh, pretty much the closed circuit, I guess, digital workshop. And tonight we're going to take a look at character creation in Fantasy Grounds. And I'll do a screen share here in just a few minutes. But you guys can access this content in two places. You can the first place, you guys know you can access it here on on the patron page, and I'm not really a big fan of how I'm able to organize all the content because whenever I do a posting, whether it be a treasure chest or an Adventures League game or one of these postings for uh, a digital dungeon master workshop, it they don't it just throws it up there in order as I post it. And I know that there's been a lot of discussion on the patron forums and stuff. And I think in the future that uh, we're going to have more freedom to list things and keep them organized the way that the creators of their particular channels want to keep that information sorted and organized for their patrons. So I'm in favor of that. I think it. I don't like the way that the current way is, and I hope it changes. So whenever I do make one of these postings, just remember that when you go in and look at the comments section, I will always post the video here, and then always about 10 or 15 minutes before time, like I did tonight and last month, I will also take the closed link and I'll also email that to you. So there you go. That's how you access the stuff. And also every month, make sure if you guys aren't going to be able to be here live or something, please feel free to, you know, leave a comment in there. And if you have a particular question or anything, I will answer it. So just make sure that you do leave a question because I will answer it. Or I'll do my damnedest to try to answer these questions that you guys have. So, all right. So tonight we're going to be. Oh, and the other place that you can view. Sorry about that. I kind of got a little ahead of myself. But the second place that you can view all this content is on the website digitaldungeonmaster.com, and on the website at the very top in the navigation bar there is a patron subpage, and all you have to do is just you can click on that, or there's a drop down that'll pop up the Digital Dungeon Master Workshop videos, so you can go to that section, or you can go to the treasure chest section or the Adventures League game signups. So, and guys, get signed up for those games because that's what I enjoy doing every Friday night. Now that now that it is actually an every Friday affair, make sure you guys get signed up for games. And if you don't have a character sheet, get it sent in to me, and we'll get you taken care of. So, all right. So we're going to be making a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition character tonight, and then after we do that, we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at all of the forum comments, and I'll answer any questions you guys have in the chat. So, all right, let's get started with a screen share, shall we? I'm excited. I love doing this kind of stuff. I really do. I really do. I think, and with technology and everything, Man, it is so much better, man. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna start sharing. There we go. Fantasy Grounds. Here we go. Look at that. That's cool as hell. Okay, so here is Fantasy Grounds. This is the virtual tabletop that I use. This is by far the best, of course. Uh, Looks like it's lagging a little bit. I don't know why. Let's try another screen. I'm still getting used to this stuff too, guys. So let's try screen one. There we go. It seems like this is a little bit better. Maybe. Nope. I love it. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna have to do the open program. So it's basically it's forcing me to do the program, which is not a problem. All right, so there it is. We are screen sharing officially now. I was trying to do it by monitor. I have 4 monitors in it, and it gives me monitor 1, 2, 3, 4 options, but it does, but it doesn't. If you know what I mean. And then it gives every program that's running, which is Fantasy Grounds, basically. All right, so here we go. This is Fantasy Grounds, as you guys probably know. Let's go ahead and take a look at importing really quick. Now you can import characters if you already have one. You know, if you downloaded one from the website or something like that. I'm in the process of actually adding about 1,100 Fantasy Grounds character sheets. I'm in the process of making them, and it's a very long process because it's a lot of saving files. The character creation is super easy on FG. It's the actual exportation of all these characters. That's what takes all the time. But I will have every class and every archetype available. And as more, as Vola's guide comes out, and I know the Bugbears race, I'll start making some Bugbear stuff too. And if there's any other archetype stuff that comes out, I usually make 1 through 20 sheets for those and the new race combinations and stuff. So try to keep all that stuff on there and try to keep it all updated. Okay, so the first thing to import and export, we're just going to take a look at this really quick. You just in the top right hand corner right here, all you want to do is click on PCs, and when you click on PCs, it'll have all your characters here. I've got a ton between all my games and all my players and whatnot. You just want to hit this little edit list here, and when you hit the edit list, you're going to see a bunch of buttons pop up. Well, the red ones you don't want to mess with. Those are your delete buttons. So do not delete any of these characters. Do not do it. Don't forget, red is bad, guys. Red is definitely bad. Now, blue is what you want. And you can create another character here, which we're going to do in just a second anyway. So just go ahead and import character. And when you just press the import character, all of the XML files will show up that you have, and just double click that, hit OK, and it'll import it right in, and you'll be good to go. Now, when you import a character, if you have a token attached to it, it'll save the token. But any kind of avatar, you'll have to re-upload that avatar onto the character sheet, which is no big deal. Now, after you upload these, if you want to take your character sheet with you, you're going to have the DM download. Well, you download it and he can send it to you. So the down button, the down blue button, that's how you export. And it's the same thing. You just click on it, name the file whatever you want, hit save, and voila, it'll put it wherever you save it. So, all right, that is importing and exporting characters. Now let's go ahead and create a character, shall we? So the first thing we're going to do is create a character sheet. And like I said, you can do this two ways. The first way, you can just right click anywhere and hit create item, or if you have the edit button down here selected, you can also create a button. It has the green add item button. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So I'm going to make my next Adventures League character tonight. I already have a almost level 5 paladin already, and he's bad to the bone at level 4 already. So for another Adventures League character, I really don't know what I want. And I was hoping people were going to be in the channel tonight because I wanted to see what the chat wanted, because I do want a couple different Adventures League characters, because I just don't want to keep putting everything into one. So I figured, hey, why not have two? Because in Adventures League, you can have as many characters as you want. So, which is really cool. And, I do a lot of DMing, so I get DM rewards. So I get, chunks of XP and money and downtime days every time I do a game, excuse me. So, all right. So I'll let you guys kind of do some comments on what kind of character to do. But I'm really not I don't like I call them squishies, and it's an MMO term, but I'm not a big cloth user. I like to have armor, and I like to. I'm a melee type of guy. I love swords and shields, but I've already got a paladin. But I would still like to. I don't know. That's why I have you guys in the chat. Maybe you guys can talk me into something. So while you guys are doing that, kind of putting your input in chat, let's go to the library. Now, when you're making a character sheet, you need to have whatever sources available to you pretty much loaded into your library. And if you're making a character, say if you're logging into your DM's game and making a character, then you won't really be able to do this. So that's why I'm kind of warning you that now. But as a DM, you just want to open up your library, go to your modules, and just activate everything that you don't mind the players pulling information or data from. So, and the great thing about the new 3.2 patch, which is ready to go, they're just waiting to launch it. They're doing some server adjusting and upgrading and whatnot. So, because they know that when the 3.2 patch comes out, it's going to be very strenuous on the servers. So that's why they're really doing a good job at Fantasy Grounds. They've taken Fantasy Grounds, and in just a few years of them owning the company, they have totally turned it around. And man, it's so nice to see that. And it's really good, really nice. It's a good story. So let's put some stuff. Now I want all of my players to be able to, plus myself, Adventures Guide, Sword Coast Adventures Guide. It's got races and archetypes and a couple of new spells. Pretty much just Green Flame and a couple other gimmicky cantrips. There is the Sword Coast Adventures Guide for the DM. I don't want that, but I want the Player's Guide. There it is. Let's see. I want there it is, Elemental Evils Player's Companion. It has more races, and it also has a bunch more spells for the different classes. The Player's Handbook. And I think that's about it. Now, all this SRD stuff, I don't have it activated because I've already got it throughout the DMG and the Player's Handbook and the Monster Manual, so I don't need to worry about these. But if you don't have those, these are perfect, and these are exactly what you need. It doesn't have all of the information, as the Player's Handbook, but it does have quite a few choices for you. Here's all my Adventures League stuff. So, all right, I'm good to go. I've got everything uploaded that I want uploaded. And in 3.2, it's really going to be nice because when you go into character creation mode, you're going to go when you go into you're going to be able to switch between Dungeon Master or GM and Players mode. And when you switch, it's going to add a whole different row of buttons here. So you're going to have a new feats button. You're going to have a new spells button. You're going to have a new race button, classes and archetypes. It's going to be really nice, guys. And you're going to be able to access all of this information so much easier now instead of opening up the library, fumbling through all this stuff that you know it's there somewhere. I know that there was this water spell, but I can't remember if it's in the player's handbook, and I can't remember if it's in the Elemental Evils Player's Guide. So, which is okay, because in 3.2, all of the spells are going to be in one location now, and everything is going to be labeled to where it's going to tell you what source it's from. So if Water Whip is from the player's Elemental Evils Player's Companion, it's going to say that. If Magic Missile is from the player's handbook, it's going to say it's from the player's handbook. You know, if you have any other 5e sources in there, anything that has the 5e rule set is going to be, it's going to be beautiful. Monsters in particular, because there's a lot of new monsters and modules. There's a lot of new monsters in Tomb of Beast. Well, actually, the Tomb of Beast is the best monster manual out there, if you ask me. And it's going to organize all the monsters together now, and it'll tell you what source it's from. It's going to be super, super sexy. I like it. All right, so creating a character. I'm looking at Joe's comment. And I'm in agreement with you. I am thinking an Eldritch Knight, because I was thinking two things, Joe. I was thinking Eldritch Knight or Blade Singer, and I like the Eldritch Knight because it's fighter, and then it's also a mage, and I like that. Really nice, and I like the combination of being able to use magic. But here's the bad thing about Eldritch Knight: you're restricted on the type of magic that you can use, because you're a hybrid. So you can only use certain types of magic, which really sucks. Now, on the other hand, Blade Singer is less restrictive, and it's its own class, and it's not a hybrid. So I'm thinking about going Blade Singer, to be honest. So it kind of breaks the comfort zone that I'm always in with something with heavy armor. So, but then again, later on, you can always take an armor feat. You could take a couple of them if you wanted to. Sorry about that. I had to grab something to drink. I'm thinking Blade Singer. I think that might be what I want. So let's go ahead and let's name our guy. We're gonna what are we gonna come up with a name? Let's go with let's go with Lovo. I like that. LOVO. That's a name that I used for several other characters that I've had in the past. It was based off of the Lobo comic book, but I put the V in there to kind of switch it around. All right, so now let's take a look at the mage first off. So we'll kind of pull everything up, and we'll kind of look at everything first, because I like to kind of look at everything before I commit to something fully. So here's the wizard. Lots of good stuff. You get of course you get spell casting off the bat. D6 hit points. You're going to get another 4 level plus your con. So you got daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs, and light crossbows. All right, so that's just base proficiencies. Then you'll get more as you choose your blade singer. You get to choose a couple of skills. All right. All right. So those are all the base schools from the player's handbook. So wizard, we'll put that to the side. I like that. So now let's go to the Sword Coast Adventures Guide. And let's see. We've got some more classes in here. Go to the wizard. And let's take a look at Blade Singer. All right, kind of put that to the side. All right, so the Blade Singer. Got to be an elf, which I knew that going into it. And the great thing about it gives you some more. Let's see, you're going to get to choose a sword anyway for being an elf. But you're going to get a training in war and song. And this is where it's going to give you proficiency with light armor. And you're going to gain proficiency with one type of one-handed melee weapon of your choice. And then you're also going to gain proficiency in the performance skill if you don't already have it. So that's nice. Blade Song is really nice. This is going to be at second level. This is like a self buff that you're going to get to put on you. And when your Blade Song is active, I'll gain AC equal to my intelligence modifier, which is massive. My walking speed will increase by 10 feet. So if, as an elf, I'll have like a 30 foot. It'll go to 40 foot when Blade Song is active. And I'll have advantage on dexterity acrobatic checks if I don't already. And then I'll gain a bonus to any constitution saving throw I make to maintain concentration spells equal to my intelligence modifier +1, minimum of +1. So that's really, really strong. Of course, extra attack. You'll get that at 6, where you can attack twice instead of once as long as you take the attack action first. Song of Defense is level 10. You can direct your magic to absorb damage while your Blade Song is active. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to expend 1 spell slot and reduce that damage to you by an amount equal to 5 times the spell slot's level. That's pretty awesome too, because especially as a mage, you get pretty much the maximum amount of spell slots anyway, which is just super fantastic. So Song of Victory is at 14th. You'll add your intelligence modifier to the damage of your melee weapon. So that's really nice too. So Blade Singer, I'm definitely thinking Blade Singer and going with some light armor. I think that would be pretty nice, actually. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and start filling out our sheets. This is just what I like to do. I kind of like to have all the information around so I can look at it and build the character sheet as I go, because I don't want to forget anything. You know what I mean? I just don't want to forget anything. Okay, so I've got everything. I've got everything ready. I've got my name. Let's go ahead and go with. Of course, I'm not going to be a Blade Singer until. I think, let's see. I think at level, is it level 2 you get your, or is it level 1? Yeah, your Arcane Recovery, your Arcane Tradition or your Archetype will not be until level 2. So I really don't need any of this, the blade singing stuff. But, in every class in 5e is not the same. Some of the archetypes are level 1, like a sorcerer or a cleric, and then some are level 2, like the wizard here, and then some are level 3, like the fighter, the rogue, and all the other archetypes. So just depends on the class that you're actually playing. All right, so we've got let's get our wizard back out. I accidentally got rid of that like a knucklehead. Now we're going to do a couple things first. We're going to get our races out first. As you know, I can be an elf. There's a couple of different elves out there, and I'm kind of taking the slower route of doing it because I want to show you. But you can really make a character sheet once you do this a couple times and you understand it. Man, these things fly by for you. So, all right, so I can be a couple of different elves. I can be a wood elf. I can be a high elf. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, wood elf, high elf, or a drow. I don't want to be a drow because I don't want the disadvantage during daylight. And this is not really an Underdark campaign. Now, if I was playing Out of the Abyss, I would probably go drow. So I'm thinking wood elf, or well, of course wood elf or high elf, but then you can open these up and take a look at what they'll get. So the wood elf is going to get wisdom, and then the base elf is also going to get, I believe, intelligence. All right. Languages. Ability score increases. Dexterity, that's it. All right. So yeah, dexterity is going to be pretty decent because we're going to be in light armor. So that's a good thing. All right, so we're going to do point buy because this is Adventures League. So that's wisdom. I don't think I want wood elf, but wood elf is really nice because of fleet of foot. And Mask of the Wild is really nice. High elf is probably about the way to go. I mean, if you're looking at a standpoint of trying to get the best usage out of your stats, I would say high elf. So I'm going to go high elf. I like the 35 feet from the wood elf, but I just think the high elf is going to suit me better because I get an extra language too, which is really nice. All right, so your starting abilities are all 8 as a base. I wonder if they're ever going to change that in Fantasy Grounds. I don't know. But we're going to go with a 27 point buy, and we're going to go 15, 15, 15, 8, 8, 8. And I'll probably go 15 decks because we're going to go with weapons that can be used with either dexterity or strength, and they're called finesse weapons. So we're going to go with a 15 con. We're going to go with a 15 int. So that's gonna be really good. We're gonna have a -1 for strength, wisdom, and charisma, saves and checks and stuff, but that's okay. I'm not really worried about it. Proficiency will make up for some of those. All right, so now that I've got my base stats done, let's go ahead and choose our race. So we're gonna go with an elf, and then it's gonna ask us what sub race we want. So the great thing about Fantasy Grounds, guys, is you just drag and drop it on there. So I don't want the Eladrin. The Eladrin is, well, I don't know. Let me take a look. The Eladrin's from the Dungeon Master's Guide. So, but they get phase step too. I think I might change, and it's intelligence. So I'm going to go with Eladrin instead. I'm going to give up the extra language, guys. And I'm going to take the phase step instead because I can do this once. And it's basically the Misty Spell step, which is a bonus action. And as long as you can see the area where you want to teleport, I believe it's 30 feet away you can teleport. Boom, as a bonus action. So, but you can use that once without having a short or long rest. So I think I'm going to go with Phase Step. I totally forgot about the Eladrin. And that's the great thing about Fantasy Grounds, because it gathers all of the information into one place. So it's really nice. All right, so we're going to go Eladrin. Bam. There's our 2 decks. So we're starting with a 17 decks. Ooh, mercy. And there's our +1 intelligence. Man, sorry guys, I just haven't felt good, and man, I got this burping and stuff all the time. Ugh, hate not feeling good. All right, so sub race. Here we go. We're done. And then when you add that, check it out. It puts it on your abilities. So all of your racial abilities, the elf weapon training, where I'm proficiency with longsword, short bow, and longbow. There's Fey Ancestry, the Fey Step. There you go. Good stuff. Now we've got our stats. We've got our race done. We've got our sub race done. And now we are we're going to do our class. So base class, wizard. We're just going to drop wizard onto the class line. And now it says we get to choose 2 skills from the list below. Now also remember, as an elf, you may get a skill, you may not. You'll have to check. I believe that I get yes, there it is. Keen senses. As an elf, you automatically get to choose proficiency with perception. So I don't need to choose perception on the list, which it's not anyway, which is okay. But you just want to make sure that you're getting the most out of your character. So you just don't want to make sure you're taking stuff that you've already got, you know what I mean? So there we go. We don't get anything else. So first let's check proficiency and perception. And all you have to do is just click the little star here, and it'll give you a full star. That means you're proficient. Now there's a couple of other options here. Now, if you click it again, it'll show 2 stars. That means you're double proficient. So that basically something for like the rogue, because the rogue gets double proficiencies on like stealthing and thieves tools or whatever he or she wants. And then the perception will also, the next time you press the star, it'll go to a half proficiency bonus, which this is used for all of the bards, because the bards, they get to be proficient or half proficient in anything that they're not proficient in, which is pretty nice. That's why they're pretty much a jack of all trades. All right. So now that I've got my racial there, let's go ahead and choose our 2. I think you got to go with Arcana. I mean, you got to have Arcana. I mean, do I want insight? Do I want investigation? Medicine? I'm kind of thinking maybe investigation. A lot of investigation checks. You know what I mean? There's a lot of searching for things and clues and whatnot. So I'm thinking investigation will probably be good. Now, when you do that, look at that. Arcana and investigation, I'm now proficient in. So perfect. And then on the abilities tab, it adds arcane recovery and the spell casting, which is really nice. Languages, common and elvish, good to go. Weapons are daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs, light crossbows. Now don't forget, as an Eladrin, I also have proficiency with longsword, short sword, and all that stuff. So I'm going to put all these, I'm just going to kind of write them in there. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that line. Light crossbows, long swords, short swords, short bows, and long bows. All right. So we're pretty much done with the features. Skills we're done with. Our hit points, we've got 8 at first level. Now let's go ahead and check out our background. Our background is going to give us a couple more, and this is where I kind of dropped the ball a little bit because we're going to get a couple more proficiencies with our background. So I'm going to go probably with a what do I want to do for a background? I don't want to go gladiator. Or maybe I'll go noble knights. I've never done noble knight before. So I'll get a couple other proficiencies. I'll get history and persuasion, and then I'll also get one type of gaming set, and then another language of my choice, and then I'll get some equipment. All right, you know what? I think I might actually. I think I might do this, and then take advantage of the retainers later on, and then I'll choose my ideals, bonds, and flaws. So, all right, there we go. I like that choice, noble knight. Seems legitimate, right? Okay, so now that I'm going noble knight, just take that and drag that little dragon onto the background. When you do that, it'll add anything else to the abilities tab. There you go. Position of privilege and retainers. Very nice. Now it also added my extra language. So I like Draconic because Draconic you can speak to a lot of different things with Draconic. It's not an exotic, language or anything like that. So I'm going to take Draconic as my noble background also. Now I'm also going to get history and persuasion. So it's already added history and it's already added persuasion. So now I've got 5 skills, the 2 from my class, the 1 from my race, and the 2 from my background. Kind of worked out good that way. Now let's take a look at all of the equipment because I want to start adding my yeah. I'm just going to go systematically down the list. So I'll add the equipment later. You guys, well, actually, I'll add a couple pieces for you because it is really easy to do. I mean, you just go to your equipment tab on the right hand side and you just start dragging and dropping stuff. I mean, it is so easy to add, to your character sheet. It's just absolutely crazy. And then in the player's handbook, the adventuring gear table is all, sorted by sections. I mean, it's really nice. So it says I get some fine clothes, which I'm totally fine with that. So you just take this out of the adventuring gear table and drag it and drop it right on the sheet. Look at that. It adds it right there. Adds the encumbrance, adds all that stuff. Really beautiful. I get a signet ring. I don't even know if a signet ring's on here. We'll see. It is. So we'll add the signet ring. I get a scroll of pedigree. I don't think that's on there. We'll have to make this, which is good. I wanted that to happen anyway. So if you want to make an item on your equipment that's not in the equipment, it's just like the character sheet. If you hit the little edit button down here, you can add an item here, or you can right click and hit create item. So we're gonna put a scroll of pedigree, and then you can go ahead and where is this stuff located in your backpack or in your pouch, or you know what I mean. So we'll put that. We'll put my signet ring in my pouch. I don't want anybody to see what house I'm from. We'll put this in my backpack. And you just do that for all of your equipment, going all the way down. And then I also get 25 gold. So we'll just put gold 25. Piece of cake. And then you see the weight is adjusted. So, and then you have your maximum and all that good stuff. All right. So actually, everything for Noble Knight is done. Let's choose. Every time you choose a background, you're going to need to choose your traits, your ideals, bonds, and flaws. So you just go to your, I believe it's your notes page, and you just fill out, you're a male. I only play male characters. We'll say I'm 100 years old, which is still pretty young. Height, we'll say I'm 6 foot tall for an elf, and 150 pounds. He's an elf, right? He's medium size. I don't do alignment, so I'll just put neutral. And deity, I'm not Morden, even though he's an elf. He's going to worship Morden. Morden's my favorite deity. And there's really no significance on deities in D&D 5e anyway. Not yet, unless they put out some kind of, official, book later on that starts adding things to your character for choosing a specific deity. Pathfinders like that, 3.5. But in 5th edition, it really doesn't matter. It's just for flavor. And it's also for the dungeon master if he wants to incorporate anything or inject anything into the game, which is pretty cool. All right, so personality traits, we're just going to open this up, and I'm going to choose one of these and just drag and drop it right in. So let's see. What do I want? Despite my noble birth, I do not place myself above other folk. Oh, I like that. We all have the same blood. So I'm going to take that and drop it right into personality traits. You need it, and there you go. If you do me an injury, I will crush you, ruin your name, and salt your friends. Ooh, wow. I kind of like that. I'm going to take that one also. All right, so now let's go to ideals. Want to be a pretty respectable guy, but I also want to be, on the other hand, don't mess with me or my party, or you are going to pay for it, basically. Which I like that kind of attitude in a character. Respect is due to me because of my position, but all people, regardless of state, nah. Is due to respect for those above me. I like that one. I must prove that I can handle myself without the coddling of my family. Ooh, that would be cool for a background story. If I attain more power, no one will tell me what to do. Blood runs thicker than water. It is my duty to protect and care for the people beneath me. You know what? I like this one, Independence, without the coddling of my family. That's a good background story. So I will actually add that to my background story. Now we're going to go with Bond. I will face any challenge to win the approval of my family. No, I will not do that. My house's alliance with another noble family must be sustained at all costs. Nothing is more important than the other members of my family. I'm in love with the heir of my family that my maybe that'd be good for a background story too. My loyalty to my sovereign is unwavering, and the common folk must see me. Oh, I like that. They must see me as a hero. No, but that's a little too gaudy and stuck on yourself. So my loyalty to my sovereign is unwavering. That's pretty good. Definitely loyal and dedicated to his lands and all that good crap. Good crap. I'm in love with the heir of a family that my family despises. That's pretty good. I think I might do that. Because that could actually, if the DM wanted to inject that into the campaign, that would be pretty cool. Let's take a look at the flaws. Ooh, I secretly believe. Maybe I'm trying to play this off, but in my mind, I'm like, man, everybody is beneath me. These peons, these unsavory individuals. Ooh, I had a truly scandalous secret. Yeah, maybe that might be pretty good. I too often hear found insults and threats in every word addressed to me. and I'm quick to anger. I have an insatiable desire for carnal pleasures. Oh, Jesus. In fact, the world does revolve around me. By my words and actions, I often bring shame to my family. Yeah, that could be good because maybe that's, yeah, maybe I try to strive for that because they coddled me so much when I was younger. And that's why I want my independence. And then when they found out, yeah, that I was in love with another heir to a throne of another family, especially a rivaling family. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was it. That's good. So that should kind of screws my family, but that would be all right. We'll do that. I like that. I didn't need to put any appearances stuff like that. So all right. So I think we're about done. We just got to add our class equipment now. All right. We got to add our class equipment. So back to the wizard. All right. We get to choose, every class gets to choose X amount of equipment, unless you're going to be one of the ones that wants to roll for your money, and then you end up usually losing on it. So, which I think is funny. Let's see. We're going to start with the following equipment in addition to the equipment granted by my backgrounds. I've already got my background equipment. So let's kind of let's. I'm going to say I talked to. Well, this is official. This is going to be official. So we're going to go with quarterstaff. So I'm going to go to the weapons part of the equipment. Pull up. Let's see. Quarterstaff. Put that on your equipment, on your inventory. I can have a longsword, but I can't afford the longsword yet, because I believe the longsword is a lot more than. That's only 15 gold, so yeah. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have 10 gold left, and I'm going to buy a longsword. So I'm going to have a longsword as well, which is good. So I've got my quarterstaff or dagger. I get a component pouch or arcane focus. So I want a component pouch. All right. That's what I want. I want a component pouch. I don't want the arcane focus. And then I get a scholar's pack or an explorer's pack. I'm going to go with the explorer's pack. Now, the great thing about these equipment packs, guys, is because the explorer's pack has a lot of items already in it. It includes a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin. And then there's also a 50-foot spool of hempen rope. Now, you don't have to go through and add all that stuff individually. When you add the explorer's pack on your character sheet, look at that. Bam, it adds everything at once. Beautiful, isn't it? God, I love Fantasy Grounds. It saves so much time. All right, and then I also get to have a spell book. All right. So let's look for a spell book, and then we're going to put our spells in there, and then we should be about ready. All right. Let's check out armor really quick. I've got 10 gold left. So can I get any light armor for 10 gold? I can. Remember, I'm proficient with light armor. So I will, as long as you're proficient with that armor, you will have no problems casting spells. Normally, a wizard does not have light armor proficiency. But remember, as Blade Singer, it added that on. So I've got 10 gold left. I'm going to do that. I don't have a single gold to my name. I'm going to buy leather armor. I like it. I'm happy. I'm totally happy. Now, everything is automated. Everything is automated. Attacks, everything is automated except for one thing. And I think that may change later on down the line. I think they're in the process of fixing that. Well, not fixing it, but adding it in. Your armor class. So to calculate your armor class correctly, you go to the main tab, click on the magnifying glass by the shield that's in the middle, and it'll have all of your calculation bonuses. So, and it has it for initiative as well. So, but it by default it's dex. I don't have anything that's going to boost it anymore. So, all right. So my speed's 30. Armor is a base of 10, but leather is a base of 11. So I want to add one more armor in there. I don't have a shield, nothing like that. So, because I'm going to be using a two-handed longsword. Because I'm proficient with longsword, and longsword is a versatile weapon. So I'm going to be using this as a two-hander, which is going to be so sweet. All right, so there we go. We are pretty much done. I need to add my game from my background, but I'll do that later on. I've got my leather added. It's nice. I don't have disadvantage on any checks. All right, I think we're good. Let's take a look at our actions. Here's a longsword. But see, here's the thing. Now, I pumped all that into dex for. So now I'm gonna be. Yeah. I'm thinking. Should I go short sword instead? Because short sword, I think I might go short sword instead. But it's not. I don't think short sword's finesse, is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I want to take advantage of dexterity. So let's go ahead and ditch. Let's ditch the longsword, go with short sword. And I'm going to put 10 gold back on my 5 gold back on my sheet, because the longsword is 15. All right, so I'm going to put 5 back on there. I'm going to drop a longsword, take the longsword off, add the short sword, add 5 gold back to my sheet. I want to take the longsword off of my sheet, and you can just right click it and hit delete. So when I go back to my actions, there you go. Now my short sword is recognizing that I'm using dexterity. So instead of that +1, I've got a +5, which is really nice. Okay, so I've got my proficiency, all that. I've got 2 spell slots. A wizard starts with a total of 6 spells. So let's take a look at this. We get 3 cantrips, and then we can cast 2 first level spells from our spell book. And our spell book starts at level 1 with 6 spells. So let's go ahead and choose a couple spells, shall we? The first cantrip that I want is Green Flame Blade, I believe, because it will hit additional targets that are adjacent from me, and it will also do more damage to the target later on down the line. So lightning lure is pretty nice too. Lightning lure is where you can pull crap towards you. I like that. So let's go with lightning lure as a cantrip. We're going to go with a Green Flame Blade. And then our wizard spells from the player's handbook. Everything is nice and organized for you. Let's see, what do I want? Firebolt's pretty nice. Ray of Frost. I think I might go Ray of Frost because I can slow things down also with Ray of Frost, so reduce their movement. So let's go with all right, so we've got our 3 cantrips. Now we need 6 first level spells. I want to go with Charm Person. I want Chromatic Orb. Man, the Chromatic Orb is so powerful at first level, 3d8 damage. It is a to hit roll, but it's still worth it. Let's go with Detect Magic. Gotta have Detect Magic. I love me some Grease. I love Identify. So there's 5 spells. And do I want Mage Armor or do I want Shield? I've already got the armor from Blade Sing. Magic Missile's guaranteed. It's an automatic hit. I love Magic Missile. But I'm thinking about Shield actually. Thunder Wave is amazing. Tensor's Floating Disc is amazing. Sleep is amazing. In fact, I think I'm gonna ditch Grease. I'm gonna pick up Thunder Wave. That gives me. I think I'm gonna ditch Chromatic Orb because I'm gonna be fighting. So I'm gonna be using my spell slots to negate damage. I'll pick up. So that's 4 spells. I'll go with Sleep. That is a beautiful spell. That's 5 spells now. And my last spell, I'm going to go with Shield, I think. That's the reaction. And I can add 5 to my AC. And I can take no damage from Magic Missile. That's nice. Or do I want to take Magic Missile to have some guaranteed damage? But if I cast a spell, I can't attack. Not yet. I will be able to later on. But I can always change these spells later. So let's see. Man. Actually, let's go with Find Familiar. We'll do that. All right, because it'll give me a little bit more utility. So there you go. There's my offense. The only thing left that I have to do is add my. No, that's it. Quarterstaff, short sword. I like it. That's pretty much it, guys. Fully done. Fully done character sheet in like 15, 20 minutes. I like it. So there you go, everybody. And then you would add your avatar. And you get a lot of, these bags are usually here. Let's see, I'm an elf, so let's choose something a little snooty looking, of course. Well, it doesn't have to be snooty looking, but this is nice. He's got a sword. Yeah, I kind of like that. Looks like a. Oh, this is a nice sword here. Ooh, there we go. There's an elf with a sword and leather armor. So let's have our portrait as this guy, and then we'll choose a token, and let's go to our elf male. And then we'll take a look at what tokens I have as an elf male. Do I have any with a sword in my hand? I do. I kind of like this guy here. Yeah. He's got a couple potion bottles in his hands. I kind of like it. This guy's definitely looks like a blade singer. This guy looks like a blade singer. Yeah, these are good tokens. I like these. Wow, so many choices. Oh, that's a bard, but I mean, you could use it. This would be cool. He's in leather armor, padded like a padded leather. I like that. Man, so many good choices, guys. I think I'm gonna go with my first instinct, though. Oh, this is nice too. Oh, that's a short sword. Oh man, he looks good. Yeah, we're going with this cat here. Dark hair, just like the avatar. You just drop it on there. Voila. Character's done, guys. Levo, first level wizard. Second level, I'll get to become a blade singer. There it is, my Eladrin. There you go. Levo is done. All right, so I'm going to stop the screen share. And if you guys have any questions, now is the time to ask. All right? Now is the time to ask. All right, so hello, everybody. Eskimo Dave here. All right, so you guys have any questions or whatnot? That's how you make a character in Fantasy Grounds with the 5e rule set. So ask any questions. Please, guys, ask away. Anybody in chat? Anybody even here? I'm looking at the comments section, and it really doesn't say anything. Raz had asked, would I consider doing one of these for a prep game session? Yeah, I'd love to do it. I would actually love to do that. So maybe we'll set that up for maybe next month's stream. How I prep for a game. That would actually be a good thing. Will also wants to know if we'll do a tutorial on setting up macros and also the syntax in Fantasy Grounds. Yeah, I think that would be good too, Will. And we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that for next time. We'll do how to create tokens. I'll show you guys how to make tokens and import them into Fantasy Grounds. I mean, they're free to make them. And I'll show you where to get the software. And then I think we'll do that. And then I'll show you how to do syntax. I think that would be a good thing. And then we'll do game prepping. So we'll do those 3 next month. I think that's pretty cool. We'll do that. Chris, what's up? You are welcome. For what? Thanks for what? Joe, where did I get my Deluxe Player's Handbook? I got it from the Fantasy Grounds store. Yeah, the SRD, it has the base classes, Joe, but as for all of the archetypes, it doesn't have all of the archetypes. But I mean, it is nice that they give you the SRD. They didn't have to do that. So, but I'm sure that SRD took a while to put together. And everybody gets that, so it's really nice. So let me ask you guys, is the stream cloudy? Because on one of my other monitors, I'm looking at the live stream and it looks super cloudy, and I don't understand why it would be super cloudy. It should be in HD, but then again, I didn't have HD selected on my on the gear cog, so yeah, it's coming in crystal clear now. It was set on 144p by default, but now it's good. Yeah, you just got to up the res on that. I looked over there and I'm like, I better not be. The internet that I pay all this money for internet, it better be in HD. God damn it, it better be in HD, or I'm calling Bright House. All right, guys. So there you go. I hope you guys learned something on that. So, any other questions, guys? Joe, I'll show you actually really quick in the store. Let me take you to a screen share. Let me figure out how to get this screen share on a browser, okay? All right. So, where is my ability to do the screen shares again? Well, I lost that ability. That's okay. Here it is. let's screen share. Here we go. Let's screen share this. Okay, so there we go. All right, so this is the Fantasy Grounds website. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to go to the store and go to the shop. And then, Joe, after that, it's right here. It's called the D&D Complete Core Class Pack. I wish I would change it to Player's Handbook, but this has everything in it. This is the Player's Handbook. It has all the rules, all the spells, everything that's in the Player's Handbook. And it's $49.99. I would wait because it's usually on sale, Joe. You should wait, because you can usually get it 20-30% off. Yeah, just wait and get it while it's on sale. That looks pretty good. Barbarians of Lumaria. This is an actual old game. I remember this when I was a kid, and it's been redone several times. And this is a new rule set. They actually redid it to play on Fantasy Grounds, but it looks nice, and I wouldn't mind having it, but I don't have time to play it. I like the way that they have everything presented and stuff. Damien did a really nice job making this. But that's Barbarians of Lumaria. Not too bad. They got Pirates of the Spanish Main now. Wow, that's pretty nice. This is a nice Savage Worlds. I wonder why they got rid of the Spanish Main, because that's what the game actually is. It's called Pirates of the Spanish Main, and you're a pirate ship from either Spain, France, or England, and you're traveling throughout the Caribbean trying to take the other ships and the other islands over, so you can basically present the problem what present day has in Caribbean, and just destroy their lands by farming on it 24/7. Thanks, Europe. I didn't make it up. It's just pure history, guys. Pure historical facts. Good book to read about the Caribbean. Sugar and Slaves. A great book. Sugar and Slaves. That is a great book. Very long book. Some parts can be kind of dry, but if you're into history, a beautiful book to read. A beautiful book. So there you go. That's where you find it, Joe. All right, guys. So anything else? Wow, it's already 9:15. Time flies by when you're having fun, man. I need to get my musical spoons. No, I'm not going to take that from Will. That's his, man. That's his. I like that. That was good, though. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Yeah, so there we go. So we will do that next month. For next month's video, we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at syntax. We'll also take a look at several other things. What are we going to take a look at next month? I think it was game prep syntax, and that's it. Prepping and syntax. So that's what we'll do for next month. So next on Monday of next week, I'm going to be posting the new video for next month. Probably about 2 more months worth of games, and next week's treasure chest. So, all right, guys. So I don't see anything else. Sharing the patron page. What do you mean? Huh? Was it the patron page? It was showing in the view. It was showing the fantasy grounds. Here, I'll do it one more time just to be safe for you there. Sorry about that. That wasn't what I wanted to display. All right, I'm gonna display the same thing. So it's displaying the Fantasy Grounds store right now, and then it'll eventually kick over on the stream because there's a delay. Yeah, that's what I thought I had last time. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, the D&D Complete Core Class Pack is the one, but right now it's not on sale right now. But I would just probably wait, Joe, and wait till you get it on sale. I think the DMG is on sale right now. DMG is really nice. It has the forge in it where you can create magic items and stuff. I'll show you really quick. Let me stop this and we'll go back to Fantasy Grounds. I wish the transition between screens would be a lot smoother. All right, so we're back on Fantasy Grounds. Now, whenever you want to make items or anything, it's really nice. You just click on items. You have to have the Dungeon Master's Guide for this. When you click on items, just top right hand corner, click on Forge, and it'll pull up the Forge. And then all you have to do is go into the library, well, the magic items, open it up, and all you have to do is basically just combine magic items, whatever you want to combine. So some combinations you won't be able to do. So let's take a look at, we'll do adamantite breastplate armor. And then what kind of cool bonus do we want to put on it? I don't know if you can do potions. Yeah, you can. An adamantite breastplate of flying and fire resistance with giant strength. Air. Oh, okay. I got to add a magic item template. Okay. Is this maybe? No. Huh. Is it? Huh. This may have to be one altogether. Figuring this thing out. Magic item templates. Oh, there we go. That's why. Sorry, guys. I haven't used it since it came out. So you have to, once you take everything that you want to add, you just take a base item. Say you want to have, I don't know, adamantite armor. We'll just add that stuff. No, you've incompatible items. So what is compatible and what is not? So I'm thinking the Horn of Blasting is not. Okay, so the Horn of Blasting was not compatible. So it has to be compatible in the first place. So you just can't throw a bunch of shit in there and then, that's it. So this is going to be adamantite armor +2, basically. All right. So it forged it. Yeah, you gotta mess around with it. There's probably some more documentation on this too, on the forge. But that comes with the DMG. It's not, I made a couple things earlier when it came out like a year ago, and I haven't really messed with it since. But I should mess with it more because there's some things that I do want to create. So, but all right, guys. So last call on any questions. It's gonna be it's 9:30. I'm gonna head out, get some dinner, and well, I've got chicken noodle soup out there that I'm cooking in the crock pot, so it should be about done. It smells delicious. I wish I could waft the smell to you guys through the interwebs, but I put the pasta in. I put some like egg noodles in just before I turn the stream on, so it should be ready now. Ah, oh, so good. I took basically a large pack of chicken breast, cut it up into small squares, a whole bag of celery, a whole bag of carrots, 2 boxes of chicken broth, a bunch of seasonings. What else did I put in there? Onions. I put like a whole onion in there. Actually, I put 2 onions in there. Celery, carrots, and the chicken, the broth, the spices, and then I just put the egg noodles in an hour ago. Man, can't wait. So I'll be eating chicken noodle soup for like 3 days. All right, everybody. Well, I'm gonna head out. I don't see any other questions. So, all right. Chris, what are you talking about? A combat? You want to see a combat? Sure. I'll do a combat really quick. Let's see. Let me get this. Yeah, next time you want to see something like that, ask it early because it takes a while to get it set up and stuff. On anything like that, yeah, definitely ask a lot earlier instead of at the very end, because there's no such thing as a super quick encounter unless it's a one-shot kill. All right, so here we go. We're gonna take we'll go into our monsters. Let's see. I'm just gonna go pick just a random. DDX1. Let's see. Let's get a bugbear. We'll throw a bugbear in there, and then we'll throw my paladin in there, Warner. All right. So what we're gonna need is a map now. All right. So here's a map. It's already gridded. We'll go ahead and we'll throw the bugbear down, Warner, We'll say Warner walks into the barn. He hears the horses making some type of unsettling noises, and when he walks in, he sees a bugbear. All right, bugbear sees him. He sees the bugbear. There's no element of surprise. And now let's go ahead and roll initiative, which the bugbear already does initiative when you put it into the tracker by default. So I am a -1 initiative, so we'll roll it anyway. So I had a horrible initiative as a 6, and the bugbear does have initiative. So it is the turn of the bugbear. He has a 30 feet run speed, and he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to move up to Warnerv, and he is going to attack with his Morning Star. So you take the Morning Star attack, and you just drop it onto the token. And that is 11 versus AC, which is a miss. Now, also, the bugbear can hold down control and click the token and see how it says targets Warnerv. You can do that. And then you can also just attack from your character sheet. But you have to have the target targeted. And you can have multiple targets targeted. So now you'll just roll it again. So this time I hit Warnerv with a 15, with a 19, 15 plus 4. So there's multiple ways that you can attack someone. Now you can also do this as well. Here's your third option. You can take the Morning Star attack and you can drop it on Warner in the combat tracker. So there you go. He hit that time as well with an 18. So we'll say, how about you don't have him targeted? So we'll untarget him. And we'll say that you just forgot to target and you forgot to drop the attack on the token. And you say, okay, I just hit the attack. Well, you'll see that you attacked with the Morning Star with an 8 plus 4, which is 12, but it doesn't say who you attacked. So all you have to do is, if you forget to target something, all you have to do is pick this up, left click it, hold it down, and then drop it here in the combat tracker on the left-hand side, or drop it on the token. I find it easier just to drop it on the token. So you'll take that result and drop it. Then it says the attack with the 12, attack at Warner is a miss. So damage is the same way. It works the same way. So let's take the damage, and we'll say that Warner took a total of 7 piercing damage from the Morning Star. Then you hit the next actor button. Whoever's playing, it's the next actor, and now it's Warner's turn. So now I want to open up Warner's sheet, and I want to hit him. Of course, he just hit me. I want to hit him. So I'm going to use my flail. And when you're attacking off of a character sheet, it's the same way. You pick up the attack. You can either drop it on the bugbear in the tracker. You can drop it on the bugbear on the map, or you can click the bugbear, and it says Warner targets the bugbear, and I can just click it right off the character sheet. Piece of cake. 13, which is a miss. I missed. So next, it goes back, top of the round. It'll say round 2, and then the bugbear attacks. So now the bugbear again gets to attack me, and now he crits. So now he'll probably kill Warner, because that's going to be a 48 attack. So that's just the way it goes. And now let's take the damage. You can see the crit automatically happens. He's takes 17 more damage. Thank God Warner's level 4, right? He's 24 hit points down out of 39. So he's got 15 hit points left. And this is a challenge 1 bugbear. And I'm level 4, and this bugbear's kicking my butt. So let's go back to, now that the bugbear's hit, I can go ahead and attack, and I'm going to untarget him, and I'm going to just attack him with my flail. And I hit him with an 18. So now, as a paladin, I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna divine smite this guy, right? I want to divine smite him. So I'm going to add an extra 2d8 damage. Now I'm going to add that. I'm going to take divine smite, add it to my character sheet, and then I'm going to do my damage now, and it will add the extra 2d8. So I'm fixing to literally obliterate this this guy. And the thing is, I can upgrade my damage as well. Once I get up the get higher spell slots, I can do more damage that way. So there you go. I do a total of 21 damage to the bugbear, and then it just goes back and forth until one dies, or one succumbs to the other, or maybe some roleplay banter will happen back and forth. But there you go. There you go, Chris. Hope that helped you out a little bit. Really, it's beautiful. It's awesome. Fantasy Grounds makes it so easy. All right, guys. So I don't see any other questions. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna have some chicken noodle soup. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for watching the broadcast. And if you missed this, it's going to be up there as a video anyway. And I will put the link into the actual video hub where you actually look at the time for the video and stuff. So just go to the video post. It'll be there. Plus, I'll email it out to everybody anyway. So, all right, everybody. Thanks again for hanging out. Chris, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Joe, both Joes. I'll see you guys later on. All right, take it easy. I'm out.